We all know that putting is a fundamental part of every golfer's game, but so many people that I know, especially amateurs included, don't spend a lot of time practicing it. But one thing that I notice is that they are not willing to invest a lot of money in training aids that are around putting, even though putting is probably one of the most fundamental skills that amateurs need to improve. And the stats show that everybody, myself included, are not good putters, despite the fact that we all think we are.
You think you're so cool with your stick.
So today, we're going to be reviewing one of the most expensive putting training aids that I have ever tested. And we're going to be answering the question of, is it worth it? And that bad boy is the perfect putter. You may have seen this, you may have not seen it, but we're going to check this out in today's video. Let's do it right meow. Thank you for tuning in to the YouTube channel. My name is Kenny. Some of you may know me as Kennie Kat. I am a competitive golfer. My goal is to help you improve your golf faster by learning from some of my successes and also some of my failures. You want to know what training aids, what practice guides, and what things I'm working on with my coach that can help you improve your game faster? Hit that subscribe button below. I release new content every single week. All right, let's jump straight into it. We know that I follow 5 simple things when we're talking about training aids. We're going to talk about the price. We're going to talk about, is it easy to learn from? Is it easy to use? The build quality, and also, can you build it for cheaper? And when it comes to the perfect putter, I'll just get it straight out the way. This thing is expensive. I believe it's roughly $300.
Too rich for my blood.
What I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna go through this and talk a little bit about how this device is actually used, why you'd wanna use it, and maybe who it's specifically aimed at. So I'm gonna set up a couple of putts and then we'll talk through exactly how this device is used by touring professionals, mini tour players, etc., etc. But let's get into a practice station. So it's pretty simple and straightforward to get the idea and the concept. You've got a device that's going to help you roll the putt the exact same speed and the exact same line every single time. Say you come to a putt here that's sloping a lot left to right. You may not be able to see it on camera, but it is definitely sloping a lot left to right. I'm going to start from right here. Get myself a couple of goes and see if I can get this bad boy going. All right. Oof, that one missed a little high. That one's good. Okay, that one dropped. All right, now the question becomes, out of those 3 putts that are relatively close to the hole, why did 2 of those, well, 3 of those, I've made the 4th, why did 3 out of 4 of those miss? Did I have the right line? Did I have the wrong speed? And that's what a device like this is gonna help you figure out. So we're gonna put this in the exact same spot. This putt is aimed roughly right here, which is where I was aiming it myself. So now the question becomes, is that the right line? And what speed do I need to hit the putt on in order to make that line work? So I'm gonna try to introduce a little bit more speed into this. I'm gonna roll from here. All right, so I'm gonna roll that one more time. And I'm gonna roll it again. Okay, perfect. So I've made 3 of those in a row from that speed. So now I know that that aim line is definitely the correct aim line if I start the ball with the right speed. So I'm just gonna put this here to mark that stop spot. Now, let's just say I go a little bit higher on my aim. All right, so I'm going a little bit higher, and can I make the same putt with a little less speed? So I would say no. Oh, that bounced in, right? So no. Even at lower speeds, this line is way too high for that putt to drop. It's just never gonna take the break. So now, within a few minutes of just setting this up and obviously knowing that I know I've got a perfectly aimed putt and a perfect spot to practice in, right? So I know if I miss this putt, it's simply because my speed was not correct. Hit that one a little too hard. I can pick my start line, see if I can aim it correctly, and then hit my putt to see if it drops. So now I know that I've matched the intentional speed to that line. And then obviously if I set up a gate here with 2 tees, I can test if it's my start line or if it's my speed and direction. Being able to determine those 2 things with the putting, if you know if it's your speed or if you know if it's your line, is gonna give you a lot more feedback a lot quicker and make the learning process a lot easier. All right, is it easy to use? We're gonna see how fast I can set up a station from 10 feet, 8 feet, in that range, which is normally what I would be practicing this with. Starting the timer. Two minutes in to get the initial setup. I'm gonna set that ball down, make sure my aim is good. And in that quick, we have ourselves a nice 10-foot perfect putt, 8 to 10 feet, that we can work on in a practice station. Yep, that quick, that easy. Now I know that if I just hit it at the right speed, start it on the right line, I'm gonna be able to make that putt and make my practicing a lot faster, a lot smoother, a lot easier. When we're talking about the build quality, like, yes, the thing is absolutely built well. I mean, it's made out of a solid stainless steel. You can tell that the person that manufactured this or engineered this went through a very long process of making sure the product is very good. There's a lot of tour pros that use this. I know Justin Thomas uses it. So yeah, it's definitely built very well in terms of build quality, right? I would expect this thing to cost around what it costs, which is $300. That's the workmanship and the CNC and the laser cutting, which you can tell of the plates. Like, it's built very well. It's something that's going to last. I don't think you're ever going to have an issue with this thing breaking down. And I think this is really aimed at people that take their putting practice serious, but probably really just want to shave some time off, right? The thing that I hate the most about coming to the practice range and putting is setup. It takes forever to get into a good setup and go through a good practice routine. Like, I have to take forever to find a straight putt, and I have to take forever to, measure out a perfect 10-foot and an 8-foot. Like, these distances that we work with, this device actually has these couple screw points right here, and it has a longer, an even longer, attachment that goes on the top of it. I'll show you that when I get back home. And that can help it go up to 20 and 30 feet. I have no idea who's practicing 30-foot putts. Like, at that distance, I'm just worried about speed control and making sure I hit it on the right line. But there's the option to practice up to, I think 30 to 45-foot putts. I never use that attachment because I only really want to work on putts inside of 15 feet. But overall, the build quality is definitely good. It's really aimed at people that want to get to a putting green, want to set up quick, 8, 10, 15-foot stations that are perfectly straight, so they can understand if their alignment is off, they can understand if their speed is off, and be able to get that feedback as quickly as possible. Let's head on back. When it comes down to, can you build it cheaper? The answer is no, but the bombshell is there is another company that makes a similar device that is roughly a third of the price. I'll show it to you right now. And it's this bad boy. It's the Sweet Roll by Eyeline Golf, and I'll put the description and the link to the product below. But it's basically the exact same thing, and as you can see, it does the exact same thing. It doesn't give you as much distance as the Perfect Roll because the Perfect putter can go up to, I think, 30 or 40 feet. But as I said on the course, do you really need to practice a perfect 30-foot putt? Probably not. But to answer the question of can it be built cheaper? No. Can you purchase something that is similar for cheaper? Absolutely. But y'all let me know in the comment sections below. $300 for a putting training aid. Is that insane? Is that any kind of money you would ever spend on making your game better? Let me know in the comment sections below. So the question is, should you buy one? It's definitely an investment in putting, but I will tell you that it has helped me tremendously, and I need to use it more because I don't use it as much, right? Because it's a decent sized tool, right? It's not small. It's definitely not something that you just, keep in your bag. There is a tour version that's a little bit smaller, which I might purchase, but the thing is I need to use it more because it does two things. It does a few things very well. The first one is it's quick and easy to set up. I can get a perfectly lined putt from, 8 feet, 10 feet, 15 feet, whatever the case may be, in literally 30 to 45 seconds. That is important when it comes to getting the most efficient use of your practice time, right? You're better off spending 30 minutes on a practice green hitting an 8-foot, a 10-foot, and a 15-foot putt with perfect line and perfect feedback than you would be spending an hour out on a practice green putting and not getting perfect feedback for what you're doing. after using this device, for a few weeks on end, I've actually owned it for a couple of months. I'm just not getting around to doing this review. But after using this device, I would definitely say that my ability to understand how high the high line should be and how low the low line should be is improving. And I think if I continue to use it, consistently, there goes that word again. If I continue to use this device consistently, it's only going to help improve my putting knowledge. That's really all I got for you. As always, thank you very much for watching my YouTube channel. Deuces, people. Let's keep it moving.